that will crack if you drop this.
In.
Okay.
Do not put this leaning up this way. It will slide off. It will break. I mean, just in shipping, you can see there's a crack there. Right. Now that's no big deal. But this will. If you saw mine, you'd understand what I'm talking about. There's half of the stuff still in there, and the wire is just kind of.
Because it's like kiln brick?
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff cracks so easy.
So you do not want this falling off the table. This is why I said I didn't keep my box. I just throw it into the back of the truck.
How much is that?
$500.
$500.
Jeez.
Yeah. And
You can buy replacement wire though, much cheaper.
well, it is cheaper, except when you order it on accident. That's what I actually ordered first, thinking I was getting this.
So you have one of those
I
here?
have a replacement element.
Good for you.
Yeah.
When this here's how this works. All there is, this about here tapers down to a real thin wire. Black is connected here, and there's some heat-proof silicone that's holding all this together in here. White wire is rolling underneath here all the way down, and it is attached here.
Okay.
All you're doing is completing the circuit. All right. If this never works, if there's ever a time it does not turn on, there are only two things that have happened. You have blown a fuse, or one of these wires are disconnected.
Okay.
This will get disconnected once your fire brick breaks and you haven't taken care of it, and this wire starts moving around in here. It'll eventually rust up in here, and hopefully that takes a very, very long time for you.
Okay.
If that happens, you got to get your grinder out. You grind out this rivet right here and this rivet right here. You pop this off and you figure out a way to reconnect it.
Okay.
All right. And this is very, very flexible wire. I mean, I could pretzel it. So as it's moving around, and if you, I don't want to do it, but if I flip this over, this would come out about that far.
I saw it move when you just did that.
You don't want that to happen. Honestly, if you could figure out a clip system, find something to drive in there, drive it right into the brick to prevent it from falling backwards if it happens to flip over. All right? But if you put your replacement wire in, it'll be straight. Once this thing gets wavy and the brick's not holding it in place, now it's a little harder to pinpoint your heat. The whole point of this, you can feel it's getting hot. The whole point of this is just to pinpoint the heat up.
How long does it take to get up to heat to where you like it?
I don't get it up to heat.
No?
I just start it off. The first bend will take a little bit longer than the second.
Because of heat, yeah.
This is just going to go up to maximum. There was a rheostat you could have bought. Pointless for what we do. Rheostat is, if I'm in a plastic bending place where they are making like those clear point of sale things, that
Yep.
bar that you
Yep.
put those things in. These are the kind of units they use, or they make their own out of springs and they run wire. If they're using one of these, that plastic might have a perfect bending temperature where they've timed 30 seconds at 500 degrees, gives me the best. So then they'll dial it to 500 because it's on 100% of the day. It'll never turn off. We're just going to heat this up till it bends. And I'm going to do it again. So the next one this will be up at around 700 degrees or so, I think, by the time it gets to this bend. And then we're just going to unplug it. So I'm just never doing that many bends that I got to keep this thing on. Once I did that. But you'll feel it. I mean, feel the material.
Yes.
It should start getting warm. And then it'll get a little flexible. And then we'll bend it over. If you want to get cool with some bends, they make I don't know what the product's actually called, but it's super glue. It's an industrial strength super glue where you put the glue onto a joint and then you spray it with this aerosol activator. And it's the same chemical, isocyanate or whatever, iso something, that super glue is. But the instant cure. So if I'm trying to get two bends to close like this, I could hold them together from the backside. I already have that glue splooged up in there. I spray it, and it'll hold the back of this really, really well.
That's cool.
So if you can ask, oh, there we go. See how we're getting nice and flexible there? A little over bend, stretch it just a bit, bring it back to straight.
Yeah, I went by Wendy's yesterday on the way home just to get a snack or something till I got home. And this lady in front of me, she had 10 different orders, and every order had to be specialized. And it just, well, can I
Supposed
swap
to
the
have it your
water
own way at
for a
Wendy's.
soda? And what
Yeah.
if I just get just no mayo on that one, but double the pickles? And I'm like,
2.5.
I just turned around and walked out. I'll be sitting here for 30, 45 minutes waiting on a hamburger.
I hadn't had Crystal in so long, but I was coming back from dropping off Dean yesterday, and I passed by one. So I was so hungry by that point. I was like, couldn't turn it down. Hit the spot.
Hey, you guys don't have crystals up in Michigan, do you? You have
We do.
White Castle.
Not a lot, but we
Yeah.
do have them. What we don't have is Chick-fil-A.
Oh
Oh,
god.
yeah.
It's
You know,
the best.
when every time we're down here, we go to a Chick-fil-A once or twice.
Yeah.
But we don't have them, so I understand that. What I don't understand is why there's always 100 people in line. Here,
Everywhere.
I mean,
Every single location
Yeah.
is like that.
I mean, if you can get it whenever you want it,
That's
talk about a business to own right there.
Yep.